Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
Good morning. Nonstop news starts right now. We are the only station that is commercial free for the next 15 minutes. We have you covered this morning, including a look at traffic with Joy and a look at your weather with Jeannette. Good morning, Jeannette.
Good morning. So there's more rain in the forecast. You may not see a whole lot of it. It really just depends where you are right now. However, as we go through the day, we'll see more showers and storms filling in on the radar picture. Let's take a look at it right now. Very isolated, if anything, especially south along I-35. Also, outside of our viewing area, north of the Hill Country around the Austin viewing region, it is a lot more active there. Let's zoom on in here in Bexar County. There's one little light shower that is over far northern Bexar County. That is on the other side of 281, which is moving closer to Comal County. On the southeast side of town, there is a patch of light rain. So most of San Antonio is dry, but there is a little bit of rain out there. Here is that moderate shower that popped up over northwest Bandera County, and it's still sitting there. It is nearly stationary. There is a thunderstorm that's off towards the southwest right now in Maverick County, and that is producing quite a bit of rain. In fact, rainfall rates over 2 inches per hour, and it's not moving very fast. We'll take a look at that radar picture coming up later. Flood watch in effect until 7 o'clock this evening. There is another round of showers and storms today, so that brings a renewed flood risk. We'll talk more about this and talk about what you can expect in your zone and your full forecast coming up in under 10 minutes.
All right, so when you saw me last, we were talking about a delay we had noticed here along I-10, kind of on the north side. Well, this is it. We now have a live picture in that area. This is I-10 at Huebner. It's the northbound or westbound lanes, depending on how you look at I-10, that are affected by this. And we have a couple of lanes still moving, but behind it, there is a delay, looking at about 10 minutes or so. Again, I-10 northbound or westbound at Huebner. We also have an issue on Loop 410 here by the airport. This is the frontage road eastbound at Broadway. Let's talk to photojournalist David Mendoza now. He is on the ground in road cam. And David, looks like you have found that backup. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Joyce. So yes, right now I'm on 10 West, just south of Wurzbach Road. That's kind of where the delay starts for this accident up here. I feel like I'm a bit a ways from this accident. The traffic backup is kind of long, and I don't have visual sight of any police lights, so I'm assuming it's kind of further north than me. I'm going to see if I can make my way up there in the next 10 minutes and let you know what it looks like. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We will check in again with him soon right here with your on-time traffic.
Continue our team coverage of the devastating floods in the Hill Country. Here's what we know right now. 68 people are dead in Kerr County. That number includes 40 adults and 28 children. In all, at least 82 people have been killed across the state as a result of the very same storm system. Search and rescue efforts continue at this hour, and that will remain the case around the clock. Authorities continue urging people to stay away from the impacted area as to not hinder the efforts by rescue crews. The governor says the flooding tragedy will be addressed in the upcoming special session. President Trump says he will possibly be coming to Kerrville on Friday. As the search continues for those still missing, the community is leaning on each other to get through this very difficult time. News 4 San Antonio's Tawny Davis is live at Notre Dame Catholic Church in Kerrville, where people are stepping in to help those affected. Good morning, Tawny.
Good morning. Notre Dame Catholic Church is now being used as a temporary shelter due to all the damage that this major flooding has caused, including lifted concrete, homes lifted off of their foundation, as well as downed trees. The number of victims killed has gone up with every report we have seen. The Kerr County Sheriff, Kerrville's mayor, and its city manager all providing updates in several media press conferences. As for shelters and reunification centers, several have opened their doors to help those displaced by the flooding. The shelters include a medical shelter at First United Methodist Church on Thompson Drive, congregate shelter at Calvary Temple Church on Loop 534, and Notre Dame Catholic Church, as I said earlier, located on Main Street, and Shriner University Events Center on Memorial Boulevard. Now, to help or how to help, the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country established the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund to assist relief and recovery efforts. Pickup and drop-off of food, water, supplies, and clothing has been established at Cross Kingdom Church. The nonprofit at Mercy Chef said they will be serving hot meals to victims, first responders, and volunteers impacted by the catastrophic flooding. Now, authorities are advising if you are still in search of a missing loved one, you can call the Red Cross at 800-733-2767. And as we've been reporting, there is another press conference this morning at 10 a.m. and we will be there and giving you those latest updates on air and online. Reporting live, I'm Tawny Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Tawny, for that. HEB is sending aid to the Hill Country most impacted by the flooding. This video circling around social media shows a line of trucks heading to the area. The grocery chain says they're working closely with the Red Cross, local officials, and first responders to support their needs. Both NFL teams here in Texas, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans, are contributing $1.5 million to help victims' families and survivors of the Hill Country flooding. The Houston Texans pledged $500,000 on Saturday on Instagram. The McNair family, who own the team, say in part, "Our hearts will remain with everyone affected, and in addition to our donation, we will continue to support the search, rescue, and recovery efforts in the coming weeks." The Cowboys also pledged $500,000 on Sunday. They released this statement that says, "Standing side by side with the Salvation Army's critical response, we are also donating $500,000 to provide immediate resources for rescue, relief, and long-term recovery efforts." The San Antonio Spurs Summer League squad in action last night for the second night in a row. Top draft pick Dylan Harper is not going to play until the team gets to Las Vegas later this summer. He remains out with a minor groin strain. The Spurs also rested their other first pick, Carter Bryant, last night. The 19-year-old not going to play the two first-rounders on back-to-backs. Fellow rookie Harrison Ingram played. He made some good plays. So did Cam Carter out of LSU, who hit a big three-point shot. A number of other young Spurs played as well, and the Spurs hang on for the win, 90-88. Carter Bryant, the 14th pick, made his debut over the weekend. He got off to a great start, making his first bucket, but only finished with 7 points. The Spurs are counting on Bryant to be a lockdown defender. Up next for the Spurs rookies, the Los Angeles Lakers. That game is tomorrow night at 9, our time at the Chase Center in San Francisco. And the Spurs hope to see Dylan Harper in action when they get to Las Vegas later this week. The first game there against Philadelphia is Thursday night, and then the Spurs take on the #1 pick Cooper Flagg on Saturday. Spurs also take on Utah a week from today and Charlotte on July 17th.
Now your certified most accurate four-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette Calle.
And Jeannette, you've been saying that no real reprieve just yet for folks out there.
Not just yet. The thing is, it's very hard to say exactly where these showers and storms will hit, but the chance is there. So it's very important to be weather aware. And because we still have the storm nearby, plus we're under this tropical air mass, a quick heavy shower or storm can pop up really anywhere. So heads up in Kerr County.
And the National Weather Service just issued a flood watch.
Yeah, there is a flood watch, and that has been extended day after day. But there is another round of showers and storms today, so the flooding potential is there, hence that flood watch. Let's get into it. So still a pretty active weather pattern with that storm system not too far away, plus that saturated air mass that we're still under. Flood risk continues. We talked about that flood watch. Talking hit or miss showers and storms. Some areas will be dry. Other areas that do get the rain could be dealing with a lot of rainfall. A quick 2 to 4 inches of rain plus is possible, especially in those areas under a flood watch. And I'll show you that flood watch map coming up. Let's take a look at this. Of course, with the recent rainfall, the area lakes have been responding well. The big one is Canyon Lake. Believe it or not, Canyon Lake up over 10 feet in a matter of about 3 days. It is at 61.8% full. Medina Lake is now up to 4.7% full. Travis Lake, boy, that area of Texas saw a lot of rain Friday night, Saturday morning. So Travis Lake also quite an increase at 64.3% full. Choga Canyon saw a bit of wet weather, so a little improvement there. Lake Amistad, I should say, did ended up seeing some rain as well. So they're at 31.2% full. Showers and thunderstorms quite numerous across central Texas near this area of low pressure. Closer to our viewing area, you can see the shower activity is starting to pick up. Still watching that area of storms that's slowly moving westward across Maverick County. That has quite a bit of rain with it. So very isolated up and down I-35 from Bexar County on south. And more showers are starting to develop there over Uvalde County and southeastern Real County. And there is that moderate shower sitting over northwest Bandera County. Rainfall rates here are now over 3 inches per hour as this continues to move off towards the northwest across Maverick County. This is hitting very rural areas. Nonetheless, some of this could cause some isolated flash flooding. No warnings issued for this part of our viewing area, but it's something that I'll be watching closely. Closer to Lakey, just to the east of Lakey, there's a heavy downpour. There goes that moderate shower over northwest Bandera. Over far northern Uvalde County, couple of small pockets of rain. Kerr County at the moment is dry, but it is very soupy. A flood watch for the following counties until 7 o'clock this evening. This means that with the showers and storms in the forecast and the potential for heavy rain, there could be some flooding. A general 2 to 4 inches is possible, but some isolated spots, especially with those slow-moving thunderstorms, could drop 5+ inches of additional rainfall. Aside from what's been going on here in Texas, Tropical Storm Chantal developed over the southeast U.S. coast over the weekend. It's now Tropical Depression Chantal. It produced flooding in North Carolina yesterday, and it is producing a bit of rain this morning in Virginia. So as we go through the day, again, isolated to widely scattered showers and storms. This in-house computer model giving you an idea of where those showers and storms may develop. Hard to say exactly where we'll see the unsettled weather, but as I've been saying all morning, you have to be weather aware. Tomorrow, I do expect that most of the activity will be along and east of I-35, and yet again could have some pockets of heavy rain. So we'll likely have another flood watch for tomorrow. It looks like the atmosphere will try to settle down as some drier air works in to the area mid to late this week. So scattered showers and storms, 40% rain chance here, 50% in the hill country, 40% in the eastern zone, 20% in the western zone. 30% rain chance tomorrow. Hopefully we will see much drier weather by the end of the week. High temperatures by then warming into the mid-90s. Real quick, here's the extended forecast for the other 3 zones. Download that 4-zone weather app if you haven't done so yet, so you can keep a close eye on radar. Here's the extended for the eastern zone.
All right, this delay on the north side has grown very quickly. Here's a live picture of the problem. This is I-10 westbound or northbound here at Heebner. A couple lanes still allowed to move through, but behind it there is a big backup that's forming, and we have photojournalist David Mendoza sitting in it right now. It's taken a while for him to move much, and he still hasn't reached the accident itself. David, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So yes, I've been at a crawl. I've yet to reach Wurzbach here on 10 West. There is a pretty big delay. I was going to bring that up. You said 10 minutes earlier. I feel like it's maybe 20 minutes now, if I were to estimate. But yes, big delay. If you're coming through this area, know that you will be waiting for a little bit. It's not too bad. We are progressively increasing the speed at which I'm moving forward. But yeah, there's an accident here. Be aware of that. Drive safe. Have a great Monday. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that estimate looking at about 35 minutes now. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
All right, thank you, Joy. Want to get to Jordan Elder. She is live over in between Hunt and Ingram. But before I get to you, Jordan, I did want to pass along some message from the city of Kerrville. They're saying, please do not burn brush piles near the Guadalupe River. Emergency responders are asking that citizens do not burn brush piles from storm damage at this time. It's imperative that first responders have an opportunity to search all along the river prior to the cleanup. So are we, Jordan, there you are. Good morning, and tell us where you're at and what you're seeing.
Marisa, we're now inside the Blue Oak RV Park, and I want to give you just an example of what search and rescue teams are dealing with. This is what's left of a trailer. This metal absolutely contorted and bent. Piles of just random things that were swept out of campers, out of homes, and the water level is down significantly. It's still higher than it's supposed to be, but on the morning of July 4th, the water was up to where you see those chairs on the restaurant balcony. All of this was completely submerged. Our photographer Fernando was telling me he was out here that day. You couldn't even see this pile at that point in time. Lorena Guillen, who owns this RV park, tells us there were a lot of searches yesterday. We know that when we were talking to her, she said they were looking for a family of 5. She said that there were recovery efforts out here yesterday, and she knows they found at least 5 people. But they can't confirm at this time who those people might be. Again, we're watching the river right now. It's risen a little bit since yesterday because of that rainfall. They're watching to make sure everyone is safe if it rains more and the river is going to rise again. So we'll keep you updated on that throughout the day. But we are inside Blue Oak RV Park right now. Things have been cleaned up a little bit, but there is still a long way to go in this cleanup and recovery.
All right, Jordan, thank you so much for that. Here is some key information out of Kerr County. If you are interested in volunteering or donating, you can call this number on your screen, 830-465-4797. Here's the number to call to report someone missing, 830-258-1111. And Kerr County officials want to remind you that no personal drone use is permitted at this time, as it can interrupt their search and rescue operations. And of course, Jeannette, give us a quick weather forecast for today.
Dry right now in Kerr County, but there is the chance for rain in the hill country. I do believe that with the heating of the day, as the sun heats up the surface, that tends to bring more activity. Very important to be weather aware. Flood watch in effect until 7 o'clock this evening for the hill country, including San Antonio.
Okay, great. The Today Show is going to be in Kerrville, so stick around.